it's not my place to give advice. I just think it's the thing with like me and Anthony, like we're both streamers, and then he kind of got his own karma because I didn't even need to do anything. I just explained what happened on stream because people were all confused. So I'd done a short video and explained why I was so upset with the Unwashed thing, because people were all asking, why did the Unwashed stream with Ants? Unwashed private messaged me. I've got all the screen caps, because everyone was telling me, screen cap everything, like every single thing. So I did, and just like from my own protection, because they say I lie, or I'm lying about this or that or this. And like Nick's said, like Unwashed said, oh, Ants had contacted me. I was like, I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I said, well, so you like literally, you expect me to believe that you streamed with someone that streamed with me 2 days prior, and we literally just abused you verbally the whole stream, like you and like Shells and people like, I mean, he was going on about Mark Collette and other people and things like that. And I said, but you agree with all that? Like, and he was like, he said, oh, I didn't see him say that. I said, it was the last video the only two other people he streamed with is me. Like, and then a bit betwixt done a video when his channel got banned because he came on and like he was angry because I had more subscribers with him. He had 200 subscribers at 198, and now he basically sold his soul to people that he told me months ago, like, and I mean months ago, about 7 months ago, said these people are shells, why are you going on their show, they're all, they're not real, they're part of the government. Then I went on like their shows and I had to kind of find things out myself, and then when I did, like, I told him, and then he was like, then the next minute, like, but then he was like calling me all these names saying, oh, you must be a Jew, you're a Zionist Jew, you're this, you're that. I was like, oh, and so I was like, you think everybody's a Jew? And he was like, but it was like, I didn't realise but he was jealous because he said his YouTube channel for 10 years and he couldn't get past 198. So he sold his soul to go on with Unwashed. His side of the story was he'd done it for, he said he'd done it just because he wanted to annoy me. But then Unwashed said he messaged him begging him, saying, please, please, please let me on the stream. And Unwashed done it to annoy me as well. They both done it. But then at the end of the stream, the good thing that I think is brilliant is Unwashed basically said, I love your show, I love all, well, it's not even a show, and he said, I love your videos, because he's only got a few videos, and he said, I agree with everything you say. Now, his videos are calling Unwashed a bus driver, saying that, like, he looks like a bus driver with that suit that's too big, that said he's got bug eyes, a massive head, like, as in physically a massive head, not just like a, you know, he thinks he loves himself. He has a massive dinosaur head, like the Elephant Man. He said Mark Collette is gay. Like, he said, like, oh, that's all his like that, and like it's funny stuff. Like, but obviously, like, I'm like, so then people are all going. He done a live stream, and it was me and 3 other people, and then 2. Like, everybody in the chat room was me. He was streaming to 4 people, and it was me and my pals. And I was like, and we were just saying, like, just kind of saying, and like, just, and then he ended up going, fuck you, Lacy, you're a fucking Zionist shell, and then just fucked off because he was so angry because he only had like 4 views, and then his last like 3 videos have been removed, and because he realised, like, even after his stream was Unwashed, like 2 weeks later, he's went up to like 200 odd subs, 210 subs. So he basically sold his whole reputation, his whole, oh, I don't ever change my models, all this kind of stuff, I'm not a backstabber, for like, what, 30 subs tops, and now he can't even stream without getting abused. And Unwashed knows how much he fucks up, because he kept trying to, like, apologise, and, like, all this kind of stuff, and saying, oh, I honestly didn't know, and he disavowed Ants, and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, you're just as you're both as cringe as each other. Like, you literally done it to annoy me. I said, a bit again, like, you know that way I was saying, I was like, I'm stupid. Like, they'd planned to do it so that they thought I would do like a video basically calling them like Zionists or something. I don't accuse, I'm not like, oh, you're all Jews, you're all Zionist Jews. I was just like, no, you're a backstabber. I said, I don't think you're this, that, or like some Jewish shell. I said, I just think you're a fucking unloyal piece of shit. Like, literally, and I put it on Twitter, I just said, he was like, am I still a spy? I'm so confused. I didn't call him a spy. Seeing that stream, I said, no, I said, I think you're a liar. I said, I think you're a cunt. And I said, you're out the cunt. And I said, I think you're a piece of shit. I said, but I don't think you're like a Zionist shell. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I got so many retweets and likes from that. So then he started like private messaging me saying like, oh, like, can we talk? Like, can we not talk about this like person to person? And like, why do you have to be so abusive? I don't understand where the hate's coming from. That you don't understand where the hate's coming from. I was like, well, maybe if you hadn't like streamed with someone who hates you and has now made you look like a complete fanny, because like the whole chat, I was getting so many phone calls, like emails, things, everything. People were going crazy at Unwashed Nick. Like even people that liked him were starting to like message me saying, "Oh, I believe you now. I believe you. I'm so sorry I doubted you." Like I believe you. It's just because why would he stream with this guy? I was like, you done it just to annoy me because they don't like him, because he basically said, and then I'll shut up, I promise. He basically called Irish Rose and Irish Patriot. He said that they were both shells and just horrible names about them. And the reason being is because Irish Patriot banned him from his Discord. He was talking, basically because he can't get many subs, he started saying that anyone that has over 3,000 subs on YouTube, or even 1,000 subs, depending on who they are, they're all shells. So I'm like, what? So I said, who's not a shell on YouTube then? I swear to God, Christ, I swear. Do you know who he says is not a shell? First of all, it was me, Betwixt, and him. There was 3 people on the whole of YouTube, and that are only non-shells. Then it was Ashley all day, but then he took off Ashley all day because Ashley streamed with me and she didn't stream with him. So she's a shell now apparently. Then he added you and took off Irish Patriot and Irish Rose and said Irish Rose was a shell because she just told him, she said, what the fuck have you done for Ireland? Like you call Irish people potato N-words, and he's half Irish. And I was like, his parents are Irish. I'm like, so what have you actually done for Ireland? What have you done for like even New Zealand where you live? And I looked up where he lives. He makes out it's so bad. He's like, where he lives, it's 99.9% white. He lives with his mum and dad, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like a really nice house. That's where they live. And I'm like, you have no idea what it's like to live in like a kind of housing estate, like where you're surrounded by these people and this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I said, so what are you even talking about? And then he said the Jews stole his job. He works as a labourer, and the Jews did not steal his job. It was the Marys they're called. They're kind of like Aborigines, but for New Zealand, because the work he does. But apparently the Jews stole his job, and I was like, no, he just sits home and gets drunk all day, and it's just anyway, I'll stop ranting on about him, but it's just everyone's a shell apparently. Everyone in the whole world is a shell, and I'm like, shell to what? Can you at least tell me what I'm shelling for? And then he's like, oh, you're shelling for shekels. I'm like, how would I be able to spend these shekels? First of all, just trying to just have a laugh, like, so he would stop annoying me. And then like it was just like it's just pointless. I mean, you've seen him in the chat and everything, and he just always has to get his digs in. He pretends he's my pal, and then he'll try and like belittle me and stuff, like in the chats and stuff. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. He'll say it's a joke, but it's like just. I mean, you might have picked up on it, might not, but like he'll always say things like, he'll be like, oh yeah, remember people were saying this and this about you, and like he laughs, like, but he's been doing this like since last year, and he said I streamed with him, that's why I done it on his channel. It's like he wants to try and make me upset on stream because he thinks it's hysterical, and I'm like, so I just don't bite anymore. That's why I fell out with him. Like I didn't even make a scene about it. I just stopped talking to him. And but then it was, Lacy Marie she's a shell. Okay, what kind of shell? She's just a shell. I was like, okay.
I'm totally with you. You know, I think we can all agree that there is some drama going on the internet. You know,